Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Dripping in Alchemy. My name is Starr. Today I'm going to enter into this space with a rose incense, and it felt very important to bring in the energy of the highest love and the highest vibration right now. And we are going to get pretty deep. I've been told to keep this setup, which I had for a very dear soul. And this is about doing some more introspection and also shadow work. So just be aware of that. If you're not prepared to go deep today, perhaps, pause and come back at a later date. But I am going to enter into the space again with a little bit of sound. And I keep getting lost in this sound. So there is something about sound healing being very important for some. And I'm going to share a dear soul Amity's channel again because she has some incredible sound bowls, healings and frequency vibrational healings for the collective. And she's been working at this long and hard for a very long time. So I'm eternally grateful to her. And I think that there might be some wealth of knowledge in there for some of you. But I do have some tarot and also some oracle today, and an oracle that I haven't used for a very long time. So there's something about going back to the beginning, which I think might frustrate some, but I could feel this energy stepping forward. So let's just cut the cords as well on anything that isn't here for the highest good, anything that is perhaps preventing you from stepping forward in your highest vibration and allowing for you to be in a state of receptivity, because I think it's helpful, but also sometimes we can be our own biggest hindrance when the energies of annoyance or frustration step forward. I feel like it blocks that channel. So let's just get this out of the space today. It's important to work through it, but I'm just asking for the purest energy of everyone to step forward in heart in this space so that you can receive it. So just be aware if you feel, frustrated or annoyed, or I don't know, even perhaps anxious about this reading, because I think this is going to help you understand exactly where you are in your processing, but also your journey. So I'm going to start with some tarot and just see what wants to come forward. Yeah, Judgment. And I always see this as the card of the soul stepping forward, and we've got 233 on the clock there. Justice. And I kept hearing justice when I was reading Judgment. And this is your divine justice and judgment to go through this cycle one more time. I'm just hearing one last time, because you deserve to be free. You deserve to feel free. Everyone that is here, anyone that is receiving this. Yeah, so that your true expression of life can step forward. 3 on the clock there. And I'm filming this on the 11th of the 6th. And that's important to someone. You're in direct alignment to receive something, some of you here. And some, you're working up to this. If you feel like this reading already isn't resonating for you, this is going to resonate for you in 6 months, a year's time. But you're ready to receive something that your soul has been seeking for the longest time. Yeah, and this is going to be a few things for some. Options are stepping forward now. But these are things that you put in motion a long time ago, 3 on the clock there. And now it's time to receive them. And I think that some of you are trapped in a bubble of your own energy, which is great. And you're blocking out the outside noise from others. I'm seeing this as, people trying to poke you out of your spot, and you're just like, no, I'm not having it. And you're sitting in this, what looks like a crystal ball. And I did bring a crystal ball into mix, so maybe I'll do some scrying as well today. But this is where you need to stay for some, your sacred space in your heart and in your confidence, no matter who is poking at you. I think this is part of the work that needs to be made sure is in alignment for you, that you know that you're in this solid place before this wheel turns in your favor, I'm hearing. Because you don't want anyone to be able to trick you out of your spot. And I don't really necessarily like that energy, but it is stepping forward, so I'm sharing it. Because I think that what is meant for us will always be circling back around for us time and time and time again. But there is something about receiving it right now is in true alignment, is in true justice for so many. Yeah, and it's having the strength to say, now is my time. And so many of you are doing this. You are stepping forward no matter how you're feeling. Being drawn to the tattoo here on the arm. And you know what is meant for you. So just keep stepping forward and keep saying yes to that which you know is expanding you. And sometimes it's scary to do that, but I'm hearing everyone that is here, you have you have the patience to work with yourself, which is a beautiful expression, because sometimes I feel like we find ourselves intolerable to our own selves. We get annoyed at ourselves, but the collective that is here, you working through this expression of, okay, I might be feeling this, I'm annoyed that I'm even feeling this, but this is how I feel, and that's okay. So I'm going to work through this energy. And that's a perfect space to be in. Yeah, you're not in an avoidance space. So if you feel like you're in an avoidance space right now, this perhaps isn't the reading for you. But also this is to let you know that if you feel avoidant, then you're not in true alignment for self right now, because this space is really looking at things head on and not being afraid to do so. Yeah, so that the information can step forward, because I think that some of you are afraid of what is actually going to step forward for you, because some of you feel and you know that this is going to terrify you. Yeah, what steps forward is going to terrify you, because it might take you having a massive leap of faith for what you want to come. But you asked for this. And for some, this is about being seen. For some, this is about, leaving the country. This might be going traveling. This might be upping and leaving and going somewhere else. For some, this is about creating the home that you've always wanted. Whatever is stepping forward to you in this moment, your heart is terrified. And that's okay. But let's work through it. Let's work with it together. So if you would like an extended reading on all of this, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. But I think this is now time for introspection. Introspection, so you know. And this is coming in fast. 632 on the clock there. And I'm being drawn to seeing I want to say decimal numbers. I don't even know if that's a thing. Me and maths do not get along, but I'm seeing mathematical equations in my mind, which could also be equated to, I'm hearing psychology, physics, and it disappeared. Philosophy, it wasn't that, but something else came and then it went. And I think for some of you, this is how quickly your mind is working right now. Information is coming in and it's leaving, so they're like, please make notes. The spirit team and guides are saying, please make notes. But it's interesting that I made that sound. Yeah. It's like, and I watched a video recently, which a dear soul sister passed over to me. So I'm going to share that in the description in case it's relevant for some. But yeah, I'm getting this energy that everything is moving so quickly in some that just take a breath and take a step back. I can't even get my words out in this energy because it is moving so quickly. And for some of you, this is a death and a rebirth that is happening at rapid speed. And you know that this is what is happening. You haven't been feeling yourself. You haven't been feeling quite in alignment. And it's because you're shifting and changing. And it's okay. I'm hearing it's okay to be in this space again. For some, you're terrified of letting others into this space of your change. And that's okay, but just be aware of it, because there are those that want to support you. And for some, I feel like there's a pushback of support right now. And I don't know what that means, because it's going to be, very individualistic for some, but seek help, seek guidance, ask for support. Yeah, but don't hold on to anything too tightly. And I think some of you are afraid of lack, but it's the entire opposite that's coming for you. We've got the Four of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles, and that is how this story is going to go for everyone here. And then you've got the Sun. Wow. And then you've got the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, you just don't see this coming. All of you, if you can dare to sit in this uncomfortable energy right now, going through another death and rebirth right now, this is what's to come. But not everyone is going to choose this. And that's okay. You'll have another cycle around. This will always come back to you. But you can choose this right now. You can say, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this now. So remember that. It is always choice. But you can choose now. And I'm being drawn to I think it's just called the Moonology, and I haven't used these cards in an incredibly long time. So there was something very significant about that. I'm coming back around. I keep hearing When I Come Around by 9:17 on the clock there by Green Day. You are good enough, Full Moon in Virgo. Yes, you are good enough. And I'm being drawn to the flower crown here and the green moon. I'm being drawn to pagan weddings too. That's stepping forward. I'm seeing the tying of the knots around the hand. Don't let your past hold you back, South Moon. This is the card that I was seeing in my mind, and I couldn't remember what it was, but I could just see the imagery of that. Yeah, don't let your past hold you back. And I'm hearing the judgment of others. Yeah, the answers you need are coming. Full Moon in Gemini. So when is the next Gemini moon, but also we're in Gemini season now, so now, but also when is the moon in Gemini specifically next in the day? That might be something to look into. What do you need to release? Yeah, waning moon. This is about being truthful with self. With the 13 here and death and rebirth, I'm almost feeling like the devil card here. What do you need to release in order to be in alignment? And I think this might take some real courage for some to admit that to self. Yeah, prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Don't be stubborn. Whoever is here, please don't be stubborn. Not right now. And this does feel like quite a stern message, stepping forward. New moon in Taurus. When's the next new moon in Taurus? That might be something to look into. Your darkest times have led you to your brightest hours. Don't forget that, everyone that is here. Your darkest times have led you to your brightest hours. Yeah, and it's time to receive that. Meditation for all. And this card flipped out when I was shuffling. Improvements require persistence. So this is about coming back to the drawing board. 111 on the clock there. Some don't want to hear this because it's like you've come so far already, but now you're on the second, and not even the second, you know, this might be the 10th awakening that you're going through, 20th, 30th, 40th, or 100th awakening, and some of you are tired, you're frustrated, and that's okay, but that isn't going to help you right now, because right now you need to push through, and you need to just say, okay, I'm going to do this again, because I know that I'm going to get the results that I'm wanting for. Yeah, channel your knowledge, critical judgment, and it's okay to be laser focused right now on you. For some, you're afraid of this because you want to be of service, but you have to look at that. Yeah, dark night of the soul. Now is the time. Life brings new beginnings. And you're on the precipice. And that's a song that keeps coming back to me. You're on the precipice of great change. I'm going to share it in the description, but now is the time. Now's the time to let something go so real energy can come in. Eternal union, new love is forming. And this card also is on the bottom of the deck. And for some, you're afraid. You're afraid of what this new love might bring. But it's going to bring you everything that you've ever wanted. And for some, you know, maybe this is not going to come in the form that you expected. Astral travel, caution needed. So if you are someone that astral travels, be careful right now because you're going through a change. So I think that there might be more energy that could sink into you that doesn't need to be there right now. Emotional challenges, resolve the issue. And for some of you, the dark night of the soul is releasing, you know, aspects of love that no longer resonate so that you can come forward into this, what feels best in alignment for you and soul. And I think some are having a time in admitting what all of this means to self. What does true union look like to you? And it's okay to say just you. You know, perhaps for some, this is not a union with another soul. This is admitting that actually, I think this lifetime I want to be in union with myself, and that's the most important thing to me. Yeah, but it's time to channel your true emotions. With the 13 here, there is such an elusive energy that is stepping forward, and the moon energy keeps stepping forward. So please work with the moon cycles, whether you're masculine or feminine here, everything in between. But whatever your predominant energy is this lifetime, work with that energy, with the moon cycle in tandem, because this is going to bring you into alignment. Because I feel like there is something that, you know, I could say that is very personal to each of you, but I obviously can't do that because this is a general reading. But there is something that it's like you need to hear this. So ask the question, you know, outside of this, do a reading for self. If you want to work with me, please do step forward. But you can do this with self. Ask yourself that difficult question. What do I need to know? What do I need to hear? And wait for the answer in meditation. Because I'm hearing you need to get into alignment in order to receive this. But it might scare you what steps forward. And I think this is why there's been hesitation to turn within, because you're afraid of what it's going to mean, because you know that this means that everything is going to have to shift again. And, you know, for some it won't be everything, but it's going to perhaps be a lot. And this is what some have been terrified of change. And that's okay. But you're going to do it anyway. 14:33 on the clock there. The Great Gathering, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits and Soul Tribe. And this is what it's all about. I'm going to put that in the center. It's finding that soul tribe, those souls that resonate with you. Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. And this card keeps coming out. And it's almost like I've not wanted to consider myself a starseed for a long time, because that path and that understanding brought a lot of pain to me that my soul needed to go through, but it was painful to come back to it. So I've almost been avoiding this for my own self, and I'm sharing this in a vulnerable space because I think that this might resonate with some too. You came so far on a path and then it started to hurt and you went, okay, I'm not doing that anymore. But if it's your true soul, then you can't not do it. It's always going to step forward. Protection, call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. And for some, you're just trying to protect yourself too hard right now. You have the strength to get through anything. And they're saying this situation, whatever that is to you, prove to you that you can get through anything. So you don't need to have this hyper protection around you because you know what to do now. Yeah, transformation. I'm being drawn to the Black Madonna here. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. And for some, you are just going through another dark night of the soul. So please go easy with self, because obviously we know how crazy but also enchanting that process can be. And I feel like I want to fall down to my knees. I feel like I want to cry and then just become that puddle. And some of you are going through that expression. So go easy with self, because that is what's happening at a cellular level. You're going back to nothing, and that is okay. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And I'm hearing with self, because you have a lot of energies that always step towards you whenever you step out. So remember this. You have to take that time to come back to you, because there are always those that are going to be seeking your help, and that is okay. You know, if you consider yourself to be a guide of some sort here, however that looks, mother to, you know, space holder, manager, whatever that is, insert that there. But you always know that there are those that are trying to reach for your energy, and that's not a bad thing. They're seeking guidance, but you have to come back to your own self right now in order to get home straight. Everything needs to be straight before the rest can come. And for some of you, you've been avoiding this. Yeah, answering the true call within. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And for most of you, it's go within. For some of you, this is not an action time, although it feels it, but it's just energetically, potent right now. Some of you feel energetically bound to something, and you've protected yourself from that not being the case, but you're going to have to look at this, because somewhere there is a truth that you're denying, that I'm hearing it is now becoming undeniable again to you, and you had to go around the long way to figure it out, because there was interference, and now it's like you're coming back to another singular truth. Obviously that everything is truth and is possible, everything exists, but this is about your particular life path this lifetime. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. And this is the journey. This is the journey. Everything that has happened was for you, not to you. And it doesn't matter how awry things went. You can still turn this to be your turn of fate now. Yeah, share your voice. Come out of the cave, perception and expression. And this whole expression means something so deeply and profound to me at a certain very specific point in my awakening. And I went to a space that I didn't think possible. And somewhere I think I lost my heart in that space, because I found the separation from that space so difficult to experience here. And I think that many are going to resonate with this, whether you consider yourself to be a starseed, expansive soul. There is a separation that is felt from a true divine space to where we are now, because what we're working through and living in is truly just, it's heinous times, you know, in certain spaces, and we feel this every single day. So somewhere we are constantly in pain. So work with frequencies I'm being told here to bring you into this divine Madonna status, into this status of, yes, I hold the power and the keys to all the universe, and I'm allowed to hold that power, and I'm going to share that from my overflowing cup, not from an empty cup. Some of you are still in an empty cup and you don't want to admit that to self, but you are. So please go gently with self. Gently. Gentiles are stepping forward. That's something for some. But I'm going to try and end on a light noted heart, everyone, being drawn to the runes here in Swilo. So yeah, working with runes again is going to be significant for some. And I know this has been a lot. And I'm trying to not make it a super long reading because it is very dense and heavy. But you're working through this, so please don't worry. I'm willing and excited to grow and learn. I think this is it. Some of you are afraid, you're just annoyed that you're back there again, but this is going to make you happy. Working through this time again, at a certain point, you're going to shift this annoyance and this frustration, and it's going to make you happy. So do channel and focus in, because now's the time. Today I'll find the sweetness in the little things, and you do know this, everyone that is here. And you are the sweetest thing. I'm being drawn to that U2 song. the sweetest thing. I'm hearing that so loudly. Remember, you are the sweetest thing, so give to you. I know that my thoughts are not always true. And for some, I'm hearing that's not the case. You can trust your thoughts. And for some, you know, your thoughts are just so expansive, and it might scare you at times what you perceive, but you have to trust your truth because it is your truth. I don't need to impress anyone, and I feel like this is such a strong message. 211 on the clock there. You are doing this for you and not for anyone else, no matter how much you are stepping forward for others. And get rid of the expectation of what others want you to do, because only you are living your divine blueprint, and only you know what is best for you. So keep coming back to that, and that is okay. You have to trust in how you feel. My body works so hard for me, and yeah, give time to your body, give time to you, give time to your mind, give time to your soul, give time to your spirit. Same difference in that, but I'm hearing for some there is a differentiation between your spirit and your soul, which is very interesting. So it is very profound. I'm seeing a really beautiful blonde woman's face in my mind, so I'm sharing that in case that's something for some of you. But there is like this thread that you're unraveling right now. Keep unraveling it. 211 on the clock there. But I'm going to pause here. If you would like to work with me in any way for energy healing, for an extended reading, I'm so here for that. Because you're on the precipice of something miraculous, magical, and you just don't see it coming. The cards that came out, you're going from the Four of Pentacles. I'm gonna have to show this again. This is coming in quickly. The Four of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles, to the Sun, and to the Ten of Pentacles. Remember this. Even if you feel like you have like nothing right now, this is what's coming in for you. If you can dare to step forward in everything that I've just shared, in whatever aspects relate to you, now's the time. Do it again. I'm hearing. Do it again. But that's all for today. But the Ten of Pentacles is possible. Remember that. Remember that. Happy families, happy life, happy wife, happy life. I'm hearing it's all possible. You just have to say, I'm ready to receive it, and then watch it unfold, and dare to step forward every time you feel afraid, every time you feel that lack of love. Keep going, keep giving, keep supporting to yourself. This is about really turning within and being honest with self. But that's all for today. Take care.